Alright, it is me again. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mario Matter episode number 23. I have not updated my calendar, but today is February 1st. So we actually, if you were watching the video version, we gotta change the 0, the 1, and the month. So we just go like this. You can't, I have stickers and cough drops. Get these out of the way. Hold on, so we change it to February. And then we put the 01, and just like that, it's a whole new month, ladies and gentlemen. It's a whole new month, whole new time to play some Switch games, whole new month to buy some Switch games, whole new month to watch the Mario. I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. All right, so February 1st, fun stuff. New months are always exciting. It's like a fresh start. It's like a new year, new you. No, we're not saying that. But it's like a fresh start. It's like a fun, new, exciting adventure this month. At the very least, you can at least be like, this is a new month. I'm gonna change this, change that, and this is gonna be a better month than the last month. You can at least go into it with that kind of mindset. So that's what I'm gonna do. I actually went ahead. This is my new resolution for February. I have went ahead and closed the curtains. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because when I had it open, it didn't like focus on the window, and so therefore it just looked bright and white and it looked terrible. And I've had it like that for all 22 episodes until now. So I closed the curtains. I think it looks better, more cozy in here. It's a nice little vibe in the EmSwizzle room. So we have that. And so today, what we're talking about, Nintendo Direct, that's coming up next month, this month, in February. I mean, more than likely, we can only assume it is this month. No confirmation, though. So yesterday, as of recording this, I placed an order on DKOldies, which is, if you don't know, a quite controversial retro video game shop. I placed an order. And they shipped it today, okay? So it's shipped this morning, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, as of recording. And so they shipped it, and I wonder if they've made a video, filming them fulfilling the order. I wonder, like, I've been refreshing. You know what? Let's check one more time. I've been refreshing their dang YouTube all day just to see if they have filmed my order. Now, they filmed somebody's this morning. Does that mean that, like, there's no chance? Or do they do multiple orders a day? I don't know. So it seems that they did one order yesterday. It looks like they do, like, one a day. Shoot, I could have missed my chance. You know what? I mean, I don't know. Well, no. Well, yeah. It looks like there's, like, one a day. Okay, well, that's not very good news. That's not good news. But either way, I mean, I bought games that I wanted, so it's not like a waste of money. But it would have been cool if they filmed it. I mean, there's still a shot. There's still a puncher's chance. So we'll see. So I did that, and there will be an update video when I actually get the package from DKOldies, and we'll see how the kind of condition it comes in, how it's packaged, all that kind of stuff. So we have that, DKOldies. I won't go through much of what we're going to speak about today. I'll kind of let it speak for itself later on. But there is a game that I bought on the Switch. This is not sponsored, so no need to fear. I saw it be tweeted out, and it looked really interesting. So it's called New Operating System. NOS for short. My light is like, it's like reflecting on the Switch. You can't see it. New operating system. There it is. New operating system. And so if we open it, it essentially, like, it's kind of a cool game, okay? It makes, how I'm seeing it advertised is it makes your Switch like an iPad or a tablet. That's how people are describing what this game does, if you can even call it a game. It's more so like an app. So to start off, you can use touchscreen, and there's a calculator. I don't know why, like, get this app instead of the dang calculator app, okay? So, if you didn't know, guys, 1 plus 1, did I even do that? Did it work? No, it didn't work. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Guys, 1 plus 1 equals 2. We are breaking barriers here on the Mario Matter. But so you have a calculator, a gallery, which I don't know what this gallery is. I guess it's like you can like set a certain theme to your background of this whole app. That's what I think it is. Yeah, because they're all like locked. But I can't. Yeah, I can't change it because they're all locked. But I assume that's the theme of the app. If I can X out of it, X out of the calculator. Come on, there we go. We've got a notebook where you can write down. I guess just notes. I actually tried. I wrote first entry. I tried to like make notes. How do I stop this light from? Okay, there we go. First entry. I tried to make notes, but it didn't work. And it says like note content, and there's nothing there. So it'll let you type, I guess, for notes. Let's write subscribe. Sorry, guys, this is a long segment for this one app, but it's really cool, and I want to show it off. If you don't want to see it, there are chapters in the video. Feel free to skip along. Subscribe to no, not change the keyboard language. EmSwizzle. Yeah, look at that. So we have subscribe to EmSwizzle on the notes. So we have that. I won't be too much longer, guys. We've got how do I get out of this? Note content. X out, X out, X out. There we go. So we have a to-do list. You can make yourself a to-do list. We've got paint, where I assume that you can draw. The puzzle one is actually pretty cool. So if we hit the puzzle one, if I can navigate this, I can't. Hold on, I have to see it. Puzzle. There's like one of those like shuffle puzzles where you have to move the blocks and create or get back the normal image, and you can change the difficulty. If I hit the R button, it'll go to like 4 by 4. I think it does 5 by 5. Yes, it does. Look at that. So there's a puzzle, and okay, what's weird is this game. The lighting is weird. This game costs $40. Okay. But as of right now, it's on sale for $2. So that's a crazy sale, really. But I could never imagine this game being worth $40. Guys, if you see the game, okay, if you see this game on the eShop a month later, if you're watching this podcast months later, and this game costs $40, I beg you, do not pay such a price for this game. Like, this game is worth what I paid, $2. That's what the game. It's not worth $40. I thought at the most, $20. At the outrageous most, but I would still buy it, $20. I mean, 40 is insane, and they will realize that very quick because no one's gonna buy that for $40. So get in while you can. New operating system, $2 and like 49 cents or something on the eShop. Get in while you can. It's a fun app. I wouldn't call it a game. It's a fun app for your Switch. So yeah, go ahead and get in while you can. So there's that, and you're probably fed up of me talking nonsense about new operating systems, games, and stuff, and DKOldies, and whatever the heck. I'm excited to see what DKOldies sends me. I mean, I ordered Ocarina of Time 3D and Eminem's Blast for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, like, that's such a video. That's such an order to film. Two totally different games. Totally different games. Totally different. That's such an order to film. I mean, come on, DKOldies. Come on, Joey. Come on. But anyways, let's get to our reading headline segment that we do at the start of each and every episode. You probably want to hear it. I want to hear it. We have 4 headlines, including a pretty big one. My nose is stuffed up. Let's go ahead and let's get to it. All right, let's gather ourselves here. We are reading headlines. Now we're on to the big boy news. We got to put on some real boots, some real attire, and get to our big boy news. So the first piece of news, the first headline, if you do not know, reading headlines is where we go over topics that count as news, but we cannot talk about them for very long, so this whole segment is just reading news headlines. So, the first one is the next Splatoon 3 Splatfest. Splatfest, February 11th, from 7 p.m. Eastern to February 13th, that Monday, to 7 p.m. Eastern. The 3 teams are dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate. I don't know. Okay, so I can assume that most people are going to choose milk chocolate just because I feel that's the most common chocolate that you find or just see people enjoying. Dark chocolate is not bad. I don't hate it. And that'll definitely get, some people on that team. I've never seen anybody eat white chocolate. Now, I'm not hating on it. I've never tried it. I'm just saying I don't think it's the most popular chocolate. I think milk chocolate is the more popular one because if you're in America, Hershey's, they're the biggest chocolate bar, right? And that's milk chocolate. And yeah, they make, I think, dark Hershey's and white. But the original Hershey's bar is milk chocolate. That's what I've been put on to my entire life. And I feel like milk chocolate is just the biggest one. Now, once again, the other teams will get people on there. And they'll do all right. But if I had to put money on it, milk chocolate wins the entire Splatfest. And milk chocolate has the most amount of players. That's what I would think. But anyways, Splatfest coming soon to Splatoon 3 near you. Get excited. If you want to ask me what team I'm choosing, that's going to be milk chocolate just because that's all I know. All I know is milk chocolate. So that's all I know. The next headline is it has to do with an N64 game on the Switch. So, Yoshi's Story had a boss fight where if you fight the boss in the game named Invisio, Inviso, sorry. I said Vizio because it's Vizio TV. It must have been in my head or something. Inviso is the name of the boss. If you go into the boss fight, it's hard to say what the problem is because I've never fully played through Yoshi's Story, but there is a problem with how he looks, frame stutters and stuff. Frame buffer error is what it specifically says. And I can't tell if it looks right or wrong, but they fixed a glitch that has to do with the boss fight. So if you ever ran into that is fixed now. But once again, there's a before and after video, and I can't tell the difference. I won't play the video because I don't own it, but I'll put it in the description if you want to check out the video and see for yourself. It's from a Twitter user named Mondo Mega. It'll be in the description in the sources link. I can't tell the difference before and after, but either way, a Yoshi Story boss battle with Inviso is fixed. If you've ran into that glitch, it is fixed now, and that's all fun and games. Now, Nintendo, they don't love to touch their older stuff, so it came as a shock to some people that they actually did that, but either way, enjoy your Yoshi Story game with an invisible character that now looks better, is fixed. I've never played Yoshi Story. I have it on the Wii U, actually. Never actually played through it all, but I have great intentions to do that one day. So next, and sorry I've not been looking at the camera. I've been reading these whole articles and stuff. I've been reading these, and this is some stuff right here. All right, so now we're going to read an article from Go Nintendo, GoNintendo.com. Super Nintendo World's Mario Kart ride. Restrictions draw ire from fans. The Mario Kart ride has restrictions. Let's get into this. The main attraction at Super Nintendo World is without a doubt Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, which is a ride where you strap in. It's a cool attraction. But there's something you might want to check before heading to the park for this experience. Some park goers have found out the hard way that the ride's size restrictions have prevented them from going on the ride at all. According to details shared by the Wall Street Journal, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge doesn't accommodate riders who have a waistline that measures 40 inches or more. Now, I'm not sure what that looks like. I've not measured my waistline in, forever. I'm not sure what that looks like, but if it's a concern to you, there's got to be some way to check. Google it, or maybe I'll even leave a link in the description to check your waistline. So, those who attend the park can actually check to see if they fit on the ride via a test seat outside of Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. So, before you actually get in the line, you can test to see if you'll fit. But if you want to do that before you even go, there's a link in the description on how to measure your waistline. I never thought I would ever say that in the history of the Mario Matter. There's a link in the description on how to measure your waistline. All right, well, that's, it's new stuff every day. All right. These restrictions have led to a considerable amount of complaints online, with people saying the size limit isn't accommodating enough. Jim C.A., president of the ride manufacturer Premier Rides, has commented on the matter with the following, quote, "Our first priority is always the safety of the guests and the employees. We balance that with a very focused effort to make the rides as accessible as possible." That's the end of it. That's not a very, great statement. Yeah, it's your priority to make it safe, but that doesn't really address the backlash that you're getting because of that. I mean, that's just, that's not a great statement. And then someone commented, Bean525 commented, so essentially, Mario himself couldn't ride in his own cart. I'm saying, this is, oh my gosh. Okay, so I doubt that they'll change that, but people aren't happy about that. And I mean, neither am I. There shouldn't be much of a limit. And if it's a limit to the point where people are getting upset about it, it's probably not great, and they should look into fixing it. I don't think Nintendo or whoever makes the ride is going to go into fixing that. But if they do, I'll let you know. But either way, fans are not happy. All right, now for our next headline, we have a very big rumor. You must take this with the biggest grain of salt, because I highly doubt it. I doubt this is true, and it's a sketchy rumor. And so the reason why we're even reporting it is because it's a big rumor about a big topic, as you know it. Nintendo Direct. All right, so on Reddit, in the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, we have a supposed leak, a rumor, something. So, the post reads, "A user who would prefer to stay anonymous has reached out to the mod team with proof that a Direct is scheduled for the 7th February. Among this, the proof also provided knowledge that there isn't plans for a new/successor to the Switch this year, and that Nintendo is only beginning to work closer with Chinese manufacturers. Having looked at the proof firsthand and spoken with the other mods, we cannot confirm this to be legit. But we also cannot prove that it's false." I mean, of course, it's a rumor. You can't prove it to be real or false. "And with the permission of the user that contacted us, we wanted to share the hopefully good news with you all." All right, so anonymous user, we can't see the proof, and they can't confirm that it's real or fake. 3 red flags. The only green flag is that it's in February and it's on a Tuesday. So that makes sense. That makes sense, you know? So it's 3 red flags against 1. Do we believe this? Probably not. It's probably not gonna, I don't know, I've only ever seen one person leak a Direct, and I believe the name was Jeff Grubb. Now, I've seen his name pop up a lot. I believe he's a real deal Nintendo leaker. Anybody else I have yet to trust. Now, if this is right, I'm gonna find out who this is and trust them and ask them for more. But if it's wrong, I've just seen so many leaks be wrong. Do you remember that, a Sony employee who said, the Direct is on this date? And, actually, you know what? I think that there actually was one. But it was a mini Direct or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to trust leaks. So I don't know if I believe that. Take this one right here with, once again, the biggest grain of salt. I don't believe it to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. But in any case, a Direct has been leaked for the 7th of February, which is in 6 days from now, as of posting. And I mean, it makes sense, and it's definitely a very good guess for the Direct. So there's that. Now, if you ask me, when do I think the Direct will happen? I'm going to predict you. Okay, so let's check. We have the calendar open right here. The 7th is a very good guess. I would choose that too. No, I'm going to guess Wednesday is a pretty good day. I'm going to guess February. I don't know. February. Shoot, it's either the 15th or the 22nd. I'm going to guess. I think next week, man. I think next week. Shoot, I'm going to say the 8th. I'm going to say February 8th. I'm going to say the 8th, the day after this leaker. I'm going to say that day. And we're going to see if that is true. But let me know in the comments, when do you think the Direct will happen? And there is our reading headline segment. Let's get into our next segment of the Mario Matter podcast. All right, now our next topic, guys, I'm calling shots. And Nintendo listens to the Mario Matter confirmed. So, topic name, Mario Baseball is supposedly in the works. A new Mario Baseball game. I believe it's new. It's not a remake or a port. It says new game. Let me take a step back. A few YouTube shorts ago, I made one called Nintendo Movies That Need to Be Made. In said short, I said there needs to be a Zelda movie made. There needs to be one. It wouldn't be complete if there was not a Zelda movie. Next thing you know, a Zelda movie is supposedly being worked on by Illumination. So there's that, called a shot. Then, a few shorts ago, I called Mario Baseball dead. And then, I know I've said this, but I'm not sure if it was in a podcast, if it was in a short. I know I've said Mario Baseball needs to return. What do you know? Mario Baseball is being worked on, leaked, not confirmed, but it's leaked to be, in development. I mean, this is nuts. I'm calling shot after shot. Anyways, we have an article from comicbook.com that suggests this. Quote, according to a well-known Nintendo insider. Now, here's where we have to stop. The Nintendo insider they speak of, their name is Zippo. I have reported on 2 leaks from Zippo in the past. One on Kid Icarus and one on something else. I think it was a new Mario game. Yeah. One on Kid Icarus and one on the new Mario game. Now, the Kid Icarus one didn't happen and doesn't look like it's going to happen. The Mario game, if it doesn't happen, if it's not announced by the end of this year, that leak is also false. So Zippo, for me, is 0 for 2. But there's still time for his leaks to be proven right. So, as of right now, Zippo is 0 for 2. But we have a new Zippo leak, and this one could be the start of a new winning streak on leaks. So, according to a well-known insider, another Mario sports game is already in development at Nintendo, Bandai Namco, am I saying that right? And Now Entertainment. So, 3 different companies working on Mario Baseball. The insider continues noting that it is very likely this will be a new Mario Baseball game, which has been dormant since 2008 when Mario Super Sluggers was released via the Wii. Unfortunately, this is the extent of the report, other than a brief tease that it will have guest characters and specifically Pac-Man, which I believe is really weird but also really cool. The report comes the way of Zippo Speaks, an insider and leaker who has proven reliable in the past, particularly when it comes to Nintendo and Persona. And for what it's worth, they've relayed word of previous new installments in the Mario Sports series before they were officially announced. So, according to that, Zippo seems trustworthy, and I'm not bashing Zippo. I just haven't yet seen with my own eyes Zippo be right. I couldn't find any of Zippo's old leaks. I just couldn't find much, but maybe we can trust Zippo here and that a new Mario Baseball game is coming with Pac-Man and is being developed by 3 different companies. I mean, if this happens, that'll be really nice. We've needed a new Mario Baseball game ever since, as we said, 2008 when Mario Super Sluggers released. Ever since 2012, we've needed a new one. Now, we didn't get one for the Wii U. It was featured in Mario Sports Superstars for the 3DS, but it's not a Mario baseball game, so we haven't gotten one in forever. This is quite the time. This is the console that you do it on, the Switch, and baseball, man, like, I see a lot of people saying that they don't want this game and that it'll flop and that it won't do good. And I definitely agree with you. I don't think it'll do good either. I don't think it does more than 2 million. But the fact that they're working with Bandai Namco and Now Entertainment to make this game the best it can be, add Pac-Man into it, if they can do that, they maybe could work up another million, at the most another 2 million copies to then make it, I predict, 4 million copies. But without anything special to the game, if you just call it like Super Mario Baseball, like something just so classic, I don't see it working. So if they can make it different, I think it'll do good. If it's the same old, it's not going to do very good. So once again, take this with a grain of salt. There's no confirmation on Mario Baseball, but it has been leaked, and I'm excited to see what happens. It could be announced as soon as the February Direct that we just talked about. It could be announced as soon as then. It could be announced at the end of this year. Could be announced early next year. But we have seen Mario sports games get released in summer. So last year we saw Mario Strikers get released in June, I believe. The year before that, we had Mario Golf. Could we continue that streak with Mario Baseball? Honestly, very, very, very likely that it comes out this June. Mario Baseball. Very likely. I'm putting money on that. I mean, I would put money on that, but there's no betting line for that. So, I predict Mario Baseball, if it's real, okay, if it's real, I predict that it comes out this June and is revealed in the next Direct. That's what I think. Mario sports games just happen to be in summer, and this is, I mean, there's really no better time. Mario sports game this summer, play with your friends, multiplayer, swing the bat. I mean, there's no better time. They better be doing this because it's gonna be exciting stuff. First game in 2008, so that makes it, do math, Max, do math. 15 years since the last Mario baseball game. Can you make a return? Now, even if this is a port of Mario Super Sluggers, I wouldn't be mad at that. I really wouldn't. Like, I would buy it for $60, which is overpriced for a port, but you know, I would buy that game. I'd buy any Mario Baseball port for $60. So, anything Mario Baseball, if it comes my way, I'm buying it. But rumor once again, so take it lightly. But I hope that happens. Anyways, enough Mario Baseball. This next thing is some heat. Okay, this next one is heat. Let's get into it. All right, so you know me, guys. This Sunday, I was just sitting at home. Evening, if you're into NFL, you're sitting home watching the games. Now, I'm not gonna talk about NFL too much. This doesn't have much to do with it. But during the game, it's commercial. You're on your phone. Next thing you hear are like Mario sound effects. Okay, so you look up at the TV. There's a Mario movie commercial, or a trailer rather, of new footage that we've not seen before. And now it's on YouTube, and now it's this huge thing, and I've already seen it, so it's not a genuine reaction. But I mean, I didn't have much of a reaction anyway. So all we saw was Cat Mario, and we heard Donkey Kong's voice. Now, for those who have not seen it, this is a 30-second trailer. Mario is in it. We've seen some clips that we've already seen before in this trailer, but we once again hear Donkey Kong's voice, and we see the Cat Mario texture. There's also one scene of Peach, Toad, and Cranky Kong, but apart from that, it's not too much new. So, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen while I'm watching it. Once again, this is not a genuine reaction. I've already seen it, but I do want to break it down a little bit. So, we start here with a stadium, Mario. So we've seen this clip before of Donkey Kong and Mario in the whole stadium. We've seen this. He puts him down, he slaps him around. We've seen this. Now that right there, this Toad, Peach, and Cranky Kong scene, that's new. We've not seen that, I don't believe. If we did, I have bad memory, but I don't believe that we've seen that. We heard a bit of Peach's voice. We heard some Toad, and so we have that there. Now, if we go forward on April 7th, we've seen him hit the block, I think. I don't recall for sure. There's Cat Mario with the claws, and honestly, the texture of Cat Mario, how he looks, it's everything that I thought it would be. It's how I expected him to look. Like, I couldn't picture it in my head, but it doesn't look outrageous. It doesn't look weird. It doesn't look odd. It looks how I thought it should look. So, we play it. Right there, you hear Donkey Kong's voice. Now, if you notice, I'm not playing audio because, one, I'm not sure if I can put that on Spotify and Apple. Two, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I've not played audio the entire time. But I'll leave this video in the description so then you can hear Donkey Kong's voice and also watch the entire trailer yourself. But if we hit play, yeah, so Donkey Kong's voice, and then at the end there, he says, "Now you die." It was a little like, it was a little cringy to me. I don't know. It was just like, "No, now you die." Like, I don't know. It was just like, it felt forced. It felt like a very forced joke. But apart from that, another successful trailer. I do like it. For 30 seconds, you showed a good amount. You showed Mario and Donkey Kong, two of the most recognizable characters. You showed Peach, Toad. They're all very recognizable. So it's a good commercial to start playing on TV as they did. And very smart. So that's my kind of breakdown of a 30-second trailer. There's not much to break down. I'm not going crazy in depth. But we did see Cranky Kong, which I'm excited about. I believe that's Cranky Kong, right? That's not like an older generation. Yeah, no, it's definitely Cranky Kong. Yeah, I'm not going too into depth into it, but that is, I mean, it's promotion. It's promotion for the movie. It's what I thought it would be. Now, some people might ask for my opinion on Donkey Kong's voice. I think it's good. I've seen some people say that they don't like it, but I think it's really good. He shouldn't sound crazy. He shouldn't sound super deep voiced or super high voiced or a certain way. I think he sounds great. That's the voice that he should have, and that's the one I believe fits him best. I'm gonna hear it again. Yeah, no, that is the voice for Donkey Kong. So I love it, honestly. The only voice that I don't like is I feel like, I guess just Mario should sound a bit more Italian. We haven't heard much of it, so we don't know for sure what he sounds like. We heard a little bit, but I have to wait until the movie to judge that. So I guess the only one is Mario, but it's not even like that bad. Like, Chris Pratt is a phenomenal voice actor, so I mean, it's really not bad. It's not bad, but that's the only criticism. And I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited. We have a little over 2 months. What I would do, guys, is I actually have my movie theater bookmarked on my computer. Just check back and check back and check back until your theater lets you buy tickets early. So if you want to get there day one and you want to watch it, I would just either turn on notifications for your theater, check the website daily, and just get some kind of seats for day one of the Mario movie. Obviously, it doesn't have to be day one, but if you're watching this podcast, I assume that you're a pretty big Nintendo fan. So I would assume that you would want to see it day one. So that's what I'm going to try to do if I can. I'm going to try to go in the morning, record a reaction to it that evening or that afternoon, probably right after when everything is still fresh. I'm excited for it. That's the trailer. If you want to see the trailer with audio, hear Donkey Kong's voice, and see it for yourself, the link is in the description. It's in the sources and articles and videos link and down there, so just go there. It'll take you to a pay spin where you can find it in there. And that is it for the Mario movie trailer. I thought it was good, but we gotta move on. Alright, somebody at Nintendo slipped up big time. Someone there has leaked a video. They put it on unlisted on YouTube. The word got out, the word broke, and this is big stuff. So, if you guys remember, back in 2019, Nintendo put out these game vouchers, which was you could buy these vouchers for, I believe it was around $100. And with those vouchers, you could buy select Nintendo games. And in the end, you would save, I believe, $20 or so. So it was basically just, hey, if you say that you're going to buy 2 Switch games, you'll save like $20. So it was a cool thing. You would buy these vouchers, and it saves you money. Now what's happening is this video went unlisted on Nintendo's channel. A Twitter user named TBYT archived the video and downloaded it, and now we can watch it. Now, I'm not going to put it on the screen because Nintendo will probably take me down for that. They will probably take me down if I try to show you what they didn't mean to show. That just sounds bad, so I'm not going to show it. I'll leave the tweet in the description where you can then view the video. But what this is they're bringing back these game vouchers. So this time, in North America, and I say that because if you're in Europe or other regions, you already had this. This was already a thing. But for North America, you can buy 2 of these game voucher tickets for $99.98. Then what you can do with those vouchers is you can buy certain games that Nintendo selects and you save money. So let's say I bought 2 vouchers, $100, okay? And I went and bought Splatoon 3 and Mario plus Rabbids, both $60. Now, once again, the games that you use the vouchers on have to be selected by Nintendo, and that's okay because the games that they chose for you to buy are pretty generous, and I'll read them off in a minute. So, if I bought those 2 games, $100 for the vouchers, and I get those 2 games, I saved $20. So that's all this is. If you're going to buy 2 Switch games, you might as well just buy these vouchers and save $20. So, you may wonder which games you can use these vouchers with. So, if we go to the official Nintendo site, because once again, this was already a thing in Europe, so we already have a full list of games that we can buy with these vouchers. I'll go through most of them. There's so many of them. But the big ones include Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Fire Emblem Engage, both Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Arceus, Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Mario Party Superstars, WarioWare, Metroid Dread, Mario Golf Super Rush, Skyward Sword HD, Miitopia, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Paper Mario, Xenoblade, Animal Crossing, Pokemon Sword, Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3, Link's Awakening, Super Mario Maker 2, Yoshi's Crafted World, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Smash, Mario Tennis Aces, Donkey Kong, Mario Odyssey. You get the point. They're very generous in which games you can buy with the vouchers. There are some third-party games that are on there, but there's not very many, so don't expect to buy like a Sega game with these vouchers. Maybe in the future, but not right now. So mainly first-party games, a few third parties. So should you even buy these? Is it even like remotely worth it? Obviously. So once you buy these 2 vouchers, they expire in 1 year. If you're gonna buy 2 Switch games digitally within the next 365 days, you would not be smart to not buy these. You save $20. Why spend 60 and 60, spend $120 rather than buy these vouchers and save $20? Like, it's just common sense almost. Like, now if you're gonna buy 1 Switch game, then maybe just do the 60. But I mean, even still, just pay the extra 40 and get 2 games. Like, they're kind of finding a way to steal your money, and it's working. So, should you buy the vouchers? Of course. Are these like official? Well, the video that announced them is Nintendo's official video for North America. Now, was that supposed to be a highlight video of an upcoming Nintendo Direct? So if you guys don't know, after Directs, the entire highlights, so let's say they had showed off Mario Tennis, they showed off Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom rather, they would put out small videos of just those announcements. Was that going to be a highlight video of them announcing that during the actual Direct? And will they announce it during the actual Direct? I think that'll get announced in the Direct. Is it a highlight video? I don't know for sure. Because, I don't know, it's hard to say because you don't know what it was actually used for. Was it going to be a random announcement? Was it going to be, posted after the Direct when it's revealed in the Direct? I don't know. But when can you see this actually announced? Once again, my prediction is the February Direct. They're going to announce this, I think. And, yeah, honestly, when I first read this, I thought it was like those 20% off discounts that you could buy with My Nintendo points. I thought it was like you pay 300 platinum points, get 20% off this game or whatever. That's what I thought it was, because honestly, I didn't remember these voucher coupons from 2019. I have no recollection. I have no knowledge of any of this. But that's happening, and it's probably coming back. So once again, it's not confirmed, but to say it's not confirmed is crazy because it's an official Nintendo video that they put out and then took down as soon as they realized. So you can't just cancel your plan now. Like it's out there. So is it going to happen? I give that a 99.9% chance of happening. It's an official video that they put out by accident and then took down immediately. So it's like they definitely care about it, So, and note, this only is available for Switch Online members. So if you're not one, I would become one because in the end, you're probably saving money. Now, that's fun and games. Saving money is always great. Infinite money glitch type stuff. Let's move on to our next topic. And I am scared for this one, to say the least. Alright, this one's weird. This is weird, upsetting, and hard to navigate. So we're going to read an article from My Nintendo News about Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony skipping over E3 this year. It's going to be E now because there's no three big companies doing it. Like, it's just E. All right, so the article reads, IGN reported this. Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony won't be at E3 2023. E3 is supposed to be returning later this year. In fact, it has already been confirmed by the ESA, which I believe the ESA is who runs E3, and ReedPop to be returning June 13th through 16th. However, it is highly dependent on what video game companies will be participating in the event this year. Sadly, that is already showing signs of concern. IGN has reported that Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony are not going to be a part of E3 2023 or have a presence on the Los Angeles Convention Center show floor. Microsoft has already confirmed that they'll be doing a showcase around E3 time, but despite expressing support for E3 recently, it won't be anything more than that. Sony and Nintendo have yet to announce anything, but the former hasn't been involved with E3 for at least a few years now. Nintendo has enjoyed having a video presentation every June, though they had decided to have a mini partner direct last year. That said, this would be the first time Nintendo doesn't even have a presence on E3's Los Angeles Convention Center show floor. Sony has also continued having video presentations in the summer, but the month has varied. As for why, IGN says their sources explained that there are still ongoing frustrations with the ESA who runs E3, having had incredibly mishandled the E3 brand over the last 3 years. ReedPop's involvement with producing E3 was supposed to help fix this, but there's apparently a lot of missing information, even though E3 is around half a year from happening. Unfortunately, their sources said that there is not a good sense that there is an understanding what this show is going to be or how it'll come together, which is strange from a company that does such an amazing job with PAX twice a year. Alright, so Nintendo E3 doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Why? We went over why. There's ongoing frustrations. We don't know much. The only people that know are E3, ESA, ReedPop, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. Those are the only people that actually know the real story, everything to it. Now, I saw a YouTube short from Kit and Krista, and obviously he worked at Nintendo in the past, and he basically said Nintendo is super tight with E3, and so there has to be more to the story than what we're actually being told. So I believe that there has to be something else as to why they're not going to be a part of E3 this year. Like, it can't just be, there's some kind of ongoing frustration. Like we're not getting the full story. There's something else to it that hasn't come out, or someone's not saying, whatever. Now, the bigger question that you guys probably want to know, is there even going to be a direct in June? Obviously, we have one coming up this month, hopefully, but at that point, is there going to be one? I would think definitely. Now, Nintendo always has directs in June, whether it be a mini direct or a full direct. Even last year, when we had the most doubt, they put out a mini direct. So, will there be one? I say there's a 95% chance that we get a real, just any direct in June. Now, it really should be a full-on 40-minute showcase of Nintendo games. It should be that. I don't work for Nintendo. I have no confirmation, so I don't know for sure. But a June direct, okay, if we look past last year where they didn't put out a full direct, if we can just look past that, you would totally expect a direct this June. So that's how I'm kind of going into it. I'm going into it with that mindset where there's always a direct in June. We're going to have one, I believe. And just because they're not a part of E3, once again, doesn't mean that they can't have their own direct. Obviously, they can. It's Nintendo. They're going to do what they want to do. Just will it be in June, or will it be a different date? Will it be in July? It's like, who knows now, It's like no one knows. So I still expect a June direct or a June presentation from Nintendo, but once again, no confirmation there. And even this whole E3 thing is, it's not confirmed. Like, we know Xbox or Microsoft rather is not a part of it, but Nintendo and Sony are just reported. Now, it's by IGN, pretty big and credible company, so I believe it. I totally believe it. But it's just like, we don't know 100%. So, don't take it too seriously, but take it pretty seriously that they're not going to be a part of E3. Now, once again, this is an incomplete story. We don't know who has a problem with who's mad at who. We don't know. Only they know. We just get what we get. And what we got was there are ongoing frustrations. And even in the article, it says that there is a lot of missing information. We don't know the story, guys, but that's it for what we know. All those companies, the three big ones, are not at E3. Does that kill E3 2023? 100%. 100%. Like, who's going now? Like, who? Tell me. Find someone. I'm sure there's somebody, but, it's not as big, at least, as it was with Nintendo and with Sony and with Microsoft. Like, it's not as big anymore. So, E3, more like E. It's just E, no three big companies. I think someone else already made that joke and I stole it, and now it's like stuck in my head. So, credit to you, whoever it was. But, yeah. No Nintendo, but I'm hoping for a direct in June. And let me know what you think in the comments why E3 has now become E and all these companies pulled back. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video, or this podcast. If you're on Spotify and Apple, you can't really do that, but just write it down on a notepad and send it to me. And maybe then we can read it on the podcast and read your true uncensored thoughts. Don't actually do that. But, either way, Nintendo Direct June, hopefully. I don't know, but we got to see. Anyways, let's get to your favorite segment of the week. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to answer your questions. It is time to answer your questions. You guys left me questions on Discord to answer, and we're going to get right to them. So, if you want to ask me a question for the next episode, the link to the Discord is in the description, or in the podcast description if you're on Spotify and Apple. It's there. And so you can join that. Go down to where it says text channels. go to Ask EmSwizzle, and then you can type in there and ask whatever question you want. So let's start. We have two of the same questions, or two different questions, but the same. The answer is the same. Anasi BG, I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. Says, what is your favorite game? Mr. Kirby then says, what is your favorite Nintendo video game? Now, they are two different questions for sure, but my answer is the same for both of them. My favorite game of all time is a Nintendo game, and the answer to that is Animal Crossing New Leaf. My favorite game of all time, the best soundtrack, the best dialogue, the best console, where you can take it anywhere you want, fold up your 3DS, 2DS, whatever, take it anywhere. The soundtrack really does it for me. It's the soundtrack, and it's the fact that it's, I think, peak Animal Crossing. Like, yeah, in New Horizons, you can do more, you can decorate outside, but the fact that villagers were being sassy, and even just like the small things, like you can put a Wii U in your house, a 3DS in your house, and they actually function and play games. And just so much about New Leaf was just so awesome. The fact that, you know, you could visit shops. There were more like outdoor shops and stuff. It was all really cool. I love New Leaf, and I always will. Favorite game of all time. Now, for Animal Crossing New Horizons, the last thing I want to do is crap on that game. That has to be my second favorite game, really. Second favorite. Like, I love Animal Crossing is my favorite series. That's probably second, New Horizons. I'm not trying to say it's a bad game. I just like New Leaf a whole lot better. So, there's that. Now, JC the Memer asks, thoughts on Donkey Kong's voice and Cat Mario in the Mario Bros. Movie. So we went over this, but that's okay because you did not know that we were going to go over it. So thoughts on Donkey Kong's voice. I thought it was perfect, it fit in perfectly. And Cat Mario, thoughts on Cat Mario. There's not many thoughts that you can have, I feel like, but as we said earlier, it just makes sense. He looks how you would expect him to look. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing outrageous, doesn't look weird. It just looks how Cat Mario should look in the movie. So, there's that. It's Katie asks, favorite food. I love these like real life questions. All right, so favorite food. I mean, it's hard to say because I don't eat my favorite food very often. But if I could just like eat food and like not face the repercussions if it's like a very unhealthy food. I mean, if I could just eat one food forever, my favorite food of all time, I'm such a basic guy. Like, the answer is probably pizza. Like, I don't know. Like, oh man, I don't have a favorite. The answer is probably pizza. It's probably just pizza, but it's not any kind of pizza. So it's got to be pizza. All right, guys, let's have a real conversation here. It's got to be pizza, pepperoni pizza. That's it. Just pepperoni, cheese. Not too much cheese. The perfect amount of sauce. Extra pepperoni. Crunchy crust. Thick crust. Very thick crust. Puffy, crunchy crust. That's about it, right? Yeah, that's how you make a pizza. Obviously you have the dough as well, but that's not very important. So yeah, pizza it is. Favorite food. I don't eat it very often though. I mean, I had some like 2 days ago, but it was like pizza like bites, and it wasn't like pizza bagels, but it was like a square pizza like cut up into like 16 pieces, and I had like 3 because it was a Sunday, football was on, like why not, you know? And I haven't had it before that in a while. So all right, pizza it is. Next we have that diehard Mario fan asks, favorite Mario Kart track of all time. Ooh, okay, so the only Mario Kart game that I have good memory of is Mario Kart 8, and that's because in 2014, that's when it released for the Wii U, and I played Mario Kart Wii, but I don't remember much of it. So, it's going to be pulled from the Mario Kart 8 games, and I believe, yeah, because I used to stream Mario Kart on YouTube back in the day, like, back in the day, I mean like a year ago, before the shorts and everything. I would stream Mario Kart on my channel, and I always knew when I was able to pick a track, I would always choose Wario's Gold Mine. So that's my favorite, not for any certain reason. I couldn't really pinpoint it, but the track just felt good. Like, there are many opportunities to drift. There's that little, like, ramp that you can use, and it'll, like, kind of cut a corner for you. There's just so many cool things about it. There's like enemies in your way, right? There was something about it that I really liked, and it just felt like a really nice and easy track. It wasn't crazy repetitive, although that's kind of weird to say because you do 3 laps. So I don't know, it just felt really good, and it really stuck with me. And for that, my favorite track is Wario's Golden Mine. Next, F100 Games asks, favorite Donkey Kong game? Okay, so we have Tropical Freeze, Country Returns. It's gonna be one of those. Those are some of the only ones I've actually sat down and played. I touched 64. It wasn't enough to call it a favorite Donkey Kong game. So I think the answer is going to be Donkey Kong. Oh man, that's pretty tough. It's either Tropical Freeze or Country Returns. I think it's probably. Oh god, I think it's. Oh man. Oh god. Oh shoot. Oh, this is tough. Oh gosh. Okay, I think it's. Oh my gosh. If I say Tropical Freeze, then it's like, I don't know, what's it called? Like recency bias? Is that even like the right term? Because it's like new. It's like the newest, best Donkey Kong. Okay. The answer is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I had so many great memories with it. And yeah, I also had that with Country Returns. I played it on the 3DS and the Wii. Tropical Freeze is unbeatable. I loved every single level, and that was fun for me. Playing it on the Wii U gamepad, it was fun for me. So, for that reason, I say Tropical Freeze. Next, we have the Soda Boy, who asks, what is the best Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Mario 3D World for the Wii U, or Super Mario Land for the 3DS? For me, it's the remaster for Switch of Mario 3D World. That's probably my answer too. Now, the thing is, so we have the Switch version of 3D World, the Wii U version, and 3D Land for the 3DS. So with the Switch version and the Wii U version, the Switch version is better in every way. So now we cancel out the Wii U one. We have 3D World for the Switch and 3D Land. I don't know, man. Probably 3D World. It just felt more complete. I think 3D World for the Switch plus Bowser's Fury. I think that's the answer. It just felt more complete. Obviously, it was a bit longer, and it just felt better. Mario 3D World was amazing. Mario 3D Land is also really amazing. But I think you just know which one gave you the better experience, and for me, that was 3D World. So, 3D World plus Bowser's Fury it is. Next, we have 3UP Moon asking, what is your favorite meme? Oh my gosh, I need water. Favorite meme, honestly, I think it's going to be that Nintendo meme that says, this doesn't Mama the Mia. It's just such a good meme with such a perfect picture, and you can use it in so many different circumstances. It's so great. I love that one. This doesn't Mama the Mia. Next, we have You Broke My Knee asking, what's an underrated game you wish more people would play? Okay. Ooh, I feel like I have a good answer. I have to check my Switch library, because if I don't, I'm gonna not know the answer. If I see it, I'll know it. Oh, okay, so there's a few. So we have one being Lil Gator Game. Can I do that? There we go. So we have Lil Gator Game. That one is a really, really good one. I do like that one. So I won't go into depth, but it's like a game with a gator who loves to play, and his sister doesn't want to play because she's busy, and you got to go around and gather friends. And in the meantime, it's a real peaceful game with real nice and relaxing graphics. It's a very relaxing game. I encourage you to check it out on the eShop. Next, we have another chill game. I'm not sure why I chose both chill games, but I do like them both. Next, we have a game called Hoko Life. I believe that is how you say it, Hoko Life. That's a good one. It's a good relaxing one, as I said. It's very similar to Animal Crossing in a way that the dialogue pops up, in the way that the entire place is made and built and everything in the whole storyline. I have not played too much of it, but I played part of it, and I'm like, how is this game not bigger than it is? Like, it's not a huge game, to my knowledge. It's not, like, gigantic. I don't see how it's not a huge game. Go and check it out on the eShop. It's, I believe, $20 or $30. And it's just a game that I've started playing to wind down, to relax, to calm down, or not calm down, but just to chill out, 6 p.m. on a Sunday or something. You know, that's just the game. And I'm not sure how it's not more popular than it actually is. So you have that. You have Hoko Life, you have Little Gator Game. These two are really good games to play in your free time, in your chill time, your downtime, your relaxation moments. Those are good ones, but not to mention they are underrated. As the question asks, what's an underrated game? They are very underrated, and they need more attention. So hopefully this podcast brings that attention. Anyways, that is all of the questions for today, and that will be it for the Mario Matter episode 23. This one felt a bit longer than normal, which is good. I love that. It felt longer than normal, although it might not be once I chop it up a little bit. But, I mean, it felt good. This was a great episode. If you did enjoy, make sure to like if you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you enjoyed on YouTube. Give us a pleasant rating if you're on a service like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any other platform. Give us a cool beans, awesome sauce rating. You won't regret it. You won't have to change your rating once you give it a 5 stars. So, you know. Yeah, I know. Anyways, that is it. Shout out to our channel members. Our channel members help us tremendously. They help me create the content that I create with the YouTube Shorts, this podcast. Thank you to our channel members. Shout out to all of them. I love you all so much. I will see you all in the next video or the next YouTube Short, which comes out in 4 minutes as of me recording this. So I'll see you all then. See you all the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and next Wednesday for some more Mario Matter. I'll see you then. Adios.